and welcome to CGE Unlocked. This is the moment where we finally stop pretending we're not working on anything and we actually show you what we've been up to. Some of this you might already suspect, some of it probably not at all. So whether you're here for the reveals, for the behind the scenes stuff, or just to hang out with us and celebrate board games, we're really glad you're here. But enough with the intros, let's unlock some stuff. And we'll start with updates from our digital team. First of all, a big thank you to everyone who supported us by wishlisting the digital version of Lost Ruins of Arnak on Steam. Your enthusiasm really means a lot to the entire team. That said, we do have to share that development in Arnak will be a bit delayed. The project is currently on hold while we focus our resources on a short-term unannounced project that has just moved to the front of our pipeline. We know this isn't the great news many of you were hoping for, and we're really sorry about that. The good news is that we already have an internal playable version of the game, and once we're back in full swing, we'll be releasing a demo fairly soon after. To make sure we deliver the level of quality you expect from us, the full release is scheduled now for the end of 2026. And if you'd like to support the project in the meantime, wishlisting it on Steam would be one of the best and completely free ways you can do that. But we do have some exciting news to balance things out. If you're a fan of the Codenames app and you've been waiting for the Codenames Duet, well, the wait is almost over. We're currently putting the finishing touches on the expansion and all its features. And in fact, we're planning a soft launch later this month in Czechia to make sure that everything runs smoothly and that all the challenges feel right. The global release is expected to follow soon after, in the second quarter of this year. And beyond Duet itself, the expansion brings a full campaign with new ways to play, including modes like mines and gadgets, additional tweaks, new achievements, upgrades, and brand new dual cases, which are solo puzzles that combine two clues into some of the most challenging codename scenarios we've created so far. And that's it from the digital side for now, which means it's time to move on to what many of you are probably here for, this year's new board game releases.
Listen up, drillers! We've got these top-tier tools for you! Deploy our heavy mining drone, get faster with rocket engine! Interested in a new Swiss Arm 50,000? Or do you fancy a transformer drill? Oh, it's a deal so good it's practically steel! So, what's it gonna be, sir?
Drillers is one of our upcoming releases, and it's a deck building and resource management game for 1 to 4 players. In the game, you play cards and manage your fuel, you mine for minerals and upgrade your deck. Drillers is a game about planning ahead, well-timed decision-making, and knowing just how far you can afford to drill, because the deeper you go, the harder it is to make it back. Every card is multi-use and every turn is a puzzle. But instead of me trying to explain everything, I caught up with the designer of the game, Adam Spaniel, to talk about how the game actually plays and why he's so excited about it. Okay, so Drillers, what is the setting of the game?
Yeah, so the setting is that we are the drillers, which is the people that arrive to an old abandoned mine. The mine has been excavated long time ago by some forgotten corporation, and the word has spread that there is still a lot of valuable gems and gold and everything underground. And so we just found some parts on the scrapyard and welded them together to form these amazing machines that we use to go down underground and find the treasures that the corporation forgot underground.
Okay. And if we go to the gameplay, so we know that it's mainly a deck building game.
Yeah.
So I would like to know what do you do in the game in general, and what makes the deck building part unique in your opinion?
Okay, of course. So each card is like a part that you add to your deck. For the gems that you sell, you will get these credits, and for that you will be able to buy more cards into your deck and do better actions. And so each card, you always have 3 cards for each turn, and each card can be played in 2 ways. So we have the fuel gauge here, and each card that you want to play for the effect, you must pay the fuel. So here I would pay 1 fuel and I get 1 drill. So you get these drills and arrows. The arrows, the movement you use to move around on the main board in the mine, and the drills you use to excavate the ground and collect these gems to later sell. And so that's like the main thing is the multi-use of the cards, that you always have to decide which card will I use for the effect and which will I use for the fuel, because inevitably you will run out of fuel. So you need to correctly manage and decide which will you pay how. And the third way to use the card is that you can actually keep it. And it connects to the mechanic that you always see the top card of the deck. So you have these fancy stands, because it allows you to always see the next card. So you can plan ahead and you will see that, oh, next turn I will get this card and it will allow me to do these actions, and for that I will also need to combine it with this card, and so I want to keep it in hand, so in the next turn I can combine it with the next card. And yeah, these kind of timing things are one of the main things that you will try to focus on. And also another maybe advanced way to keep the cards is that if you have bad cards, because once you run out of the cards in your draw pile, you will shuffle all the cards in your discard pile. And so actually if you keep the bad cards in your hand, you will shuffle only the good stuff into the draw pile. And yeah, that's also another thing to think about. And another thing I would like to mention is the damage card. It's like the bad card that you are trying to avoid, but some effects will add it to your deck, and it will slow you down, but you have many different options to choose how will it slow you down. Because you can either pay it for fuel and it will give you less fuel than most cards, or you can pay 2 fuel to draw a card, and as you always see the top card, you will see that, oh, do I have enough fuel for this? If I pay 2 fuel, then I will be able to pay this card. And or you can actually keep it. So for example, if you see the top card is a card that allows you to get rid of the card, you will keep it for the next turn. And I think these kind of decisions reward good planning and counting on which is the top card and planning for the next turn is, I think, quite rewarding in this game.
Cool.
So yeah.
And I think, I mean, for this game we're doing also miniatures. Do you have a favorite one?
Yeah, so we have this one. This is my favorite one, and it's actually also the one that's on the box.
Cover, yeah.
And it's a mech that's made out of tram, and it's the type T3. That's legendary in Prague. It has been running in Prague for over 60 years, and everybody knows them, everybody loves them.
They're still running.
Yeah, they are still running to this day, and as strong as ever, and they are very reliable. And yeah, as you can probably guess by now, I am a big fan of the trams and Prague public transport. So that's also part of the reason that this is the theme. And that this tram mech is the main character in a way. Title character.
And do you have a favorite card?
Yeah, so I have a few cards here, and the illustrators really had a lot of fun with these illustrations. And so I selected a few, but my favorite card is the Super Heavy Drill. And I personally really like the cards that give you a lot of stuff. And so this is like one of few cards that give you 5 drills, which is like you can do a lot with that in the game. And so it's like the raw power, and you just play this card, and everyone is like, wow, you have so many drills, and you can do whatever you want. But of course, it's very expensive. So I like these very powerful cards that when you play them, everybody knows that you are the boss, basically.
Yeah, that's very cool. Do you maybe know when the game is going to be out, like for people to see and play it?
Yeah, so we are aiming for third quarter of 2026, and I'm very excited to show it to everyone and play it with everybody.
Yep, awesome. Thank you very much, Adam.
You're welcome.
And I wish you all... Drillers will be releasing at Gen Con this summer, and pre-orders open very soon, starting March 10th and running for about a month. If you would like a reminder when pre-orders go live, you can subscribe to the landing page. And while you're there, you'll have the option to pick up upgraded components for drillers. You can swap the standard cardboard coins for metal ones, so that all your mining operations come with the satisfying industrial clink they deserve. Additionally, we're also releasing our own upgraded components for SETI and Lost Ruins of Arnak. We know you have been asking for upgraded components, and the limited run we offered during Christmas sold out almost immediately, so we have decided to make upgraded components a more permanent part of our catalog. For SETI, you'll be able to get upgraded metal credits and 2-color acrylic energy tokens. And for Arnak, let's face it, the humidity of the island is an absolute disaster for cardboard pieces, so you can grab upgraded coins and compasses to offer your expedition some modern durability. You'll have a chance to pre-order them too on our spring pre-order wave starting March 10th. And now, this.
It's Thursday night. What are you doing? What do you mean, what am I doing? It's time for Critical Role. But I'm playing Codenames. You know that I've been a critic for over 10 years. Yeah, well, I've been playing Codenames for 10 years. Why don't you just go play it on your phone? Well, why don't you watch it from Beacon on your phone? Hey, it's my turn with this. Stop that. You will not stop that. It's me. Stop.
Yes, this one has been very hard to keep quiet about. So Codenames Critical Role Adventures is a unique take on Codenames inspired by the universe of Critical Role. It's a fully cooperative version of the game where one game master leads their party through perilous missions, each with its own twist on the classic Codenames rules and featuring a new set of themed words. You'll play across 3 separate campaigns, choose from 7 Critical Role characters, level them up, unlock abilities, and equip items to help you survive the adventure. And whether you're a long-term Critical Role fan or simply someone who loves fantasy RPGs, the game is designed to be welcoming and easy to jump into, while also offering the chance to discover and explore the world of Exandria along the way. We had a chance to chat with Felix, the co-designer of the game, who you've probably seen in some of our videos, and he'll walk us through what makes this version of Codenames really special.
Hello, Felix.
Hi there.
So please tell us, Critical Role and Codenames, how do these two come together? Well, they do work together quite well, I think, actually. In my opinion, there's still lots of room for various twists and mechanics in Codenames that you could introduce. But anyone who's played the Codenames app knows that. There's lots of those in there. And I think it actually really works well. It was surprising for me as well that this ended up being such a nice combination.
Oh, cool. So the game is fully cooperative, right?
Yeah.
So why not stick to the team versus team mechanic as in the standard Codenames?
Well, first things first, I think what we ended up trying to replicate is that feeling of one game master leading their group of players through some sort of world, through some sort of story. And I think we wanted to try and stick to that feeling, and so we decided to go with a fully cooperative where there's just one person giving clues, the game master, and one team of players playing all together and controlling characters.
So does that mean that you play as a hero in this game? And how does that work?
Yeah, so the team plays as a party of 3 characters, but you always use 3 characters, no matter what the player count is. So normally you don't really control a character, but you control the party altogether. And you need to discuss with your team on how you're going to play. It works in a way where instead of tapping clues, in this version of Codenames, a character has to go onto a word to guess that word, and then they carry the risks of what if it's wrong, and also the benefits of maybe being able to use an ability or do something cool.
Oh, super cool. So, as far as I know, the box contains several campaigns, and each campaign consists of a few missions, a few separate games of Codenames. How long does one run through a campaign take to finish it?
Yeah, it takes, well, I would say it's the individual games of Codenames, which are the missions, are a little shorter than normal Codenames. So I would say that you can do a whole campaign where there's like usually about 6 games of Codenames in 2 or 3 hours, something like that. But you don't have to play it all at once. You can play a few missions and save your progress, and then just continue another time to finish the campaign.
Oh, fantastic, I'm looking forward. And the last question, is there a die in this game?
Of course, there is a die in this game. We made a custom D20 for this game with like colors and visuals. It's right here. Beautiful die. It took us weeks to perfect it so that it would be exactly like we wanted it. So this is the big pride and achievement of our team. A beautiful D20, which is something CGE has never done before. So there we go.
My eyes approve. Perfection.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much, Felix.
Thank you.
Codenames Critical Role Adventures will also be releasing this summer at Gen Con, and pre-orders open very soon on March 10th, and they will be running for about a month. If you'd like a reminder when pre-orders go live, you can subscribe to the landing page. You'll also have the chance to pre-order the first expansion pack for the game, Codenames Critical Role Vox Machina, with a set of new themed words, new items, and 1 playable character. And while we are on the expansion packs, in case you missed it, we already launched an entirely new addition to Codenames, the Codenames expansion packs, launching with 3 themed packs. There's the Sci-Fi, the Fairy Tales, and the Cute Critters. The Sci-Fi and Fairy Tales packs each add 50 theme words plus a few extra agent tiles for either Codenames or Codenames Duet, and there's also a bonus of 4 themed pictures for Codenames Pictures. Meanwhile, the Cute Critters pack brings 40 adorable animal images specifically designed for Codenames Pictures. And that was it for this CGE Unlocked, but it's not all for this year. Please stay tuned because we're also working on a big game that we'll be announcing later on this year, and we bet you know the designers really well, and there's also a smaller surprise planned as well. Thanks everybody for sticking around, and I'll see you on the next video.